What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. Today we are going to take a look at the newly released Electro from Hot Toys. And if you're still interested in this, I put the link down below. It's Big Bad Toy Store. They're sold out, but keep an eye on it because they go back and forth. But even if you did miss out on this, I don't know, man. It feels like it's not really low stock. It feels like they're just in batches. Because right now, I've been posting on the site, in YouTube site, links for Black Panther, who's waitlisted, who's still, as of this moment, available at Big Bad Toy Store. I think it was 2 days ago. It was Amazing Spider-Man 2. Cad Bane is available there. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll see this hit available now, shipping as well. So, we'll take a look. So, if you're not completely sold on this, go that route. Don't go and waitlist, don't go pre-order this and then all of a sudden changing your mind and stuck with a figure, because we don't know, right? We don't know. Cad Bane's there sitting. So yeah, but let's talk about Electro, which I think looks phenomenal. This is, again, I said this a million times now, I'm all in when it comes to No Way Home, especially the villains. I love the look of this guy. The head sculpt, when it was announced, I said to myself, that looks phenomenal. Hopefully it holds up. Hopefully we don't get Black Panthered. To be fair with Hot Toys, that's a very rare situation where the head sculpt gets a downgrade. For the most part, like there is a downgrade, I would say around 10% max, sometimes 5. In this case, I don't even think it's that much. It doesn't look soft. It didn't lose a lot of details like Black Panther. The only two that I can think of course, outside of the Tony Stank scenario, that's totally a separate discussion, was John Wick and Black Panther. And ironically, they came out at around the same time. And they lost a lot of details in the process that the sculpt looks kind of soft. But this guy, I think, retained it. There's so many things to love about this Electro. The head sculpt, for one, it looks phenomenal. The exposed joint, the elbow one, doesn't bother me at all. It's perhaps because of that bicep band that he does have, which covers it up. So I think that looks great as well. The suit does not restrict any of his movements, at least as far as I can tell from here. I can imagine with all the details on the suit, the wires and is that wires maybe? Running around him, that it would be a little bit scary moving him around. Sort of whiplash. If anyone has whiplash, that's what you encounter when you're moving around. You feel like you're tugging and pulling some of the cords within him. And that's how I feel, how we're going to experience Electro. But I would say, in a lighter way, because he's not as extreme as Whiplash. Because Whiplash, it feels like you're just gonna break something all the time. His pants are fabric, but there's wires running on the side of his legs, so you got to be careful with that. Like the shoe mold in there, but the head sculpt. Let me put it this way: he would have benefited from rolling eyeball system. Any figure would have. But for some reason, on all these pictures, his eye seems to be moving along the camera. I think the positioning of the eye is perfect for what they did here. Like, it didn't bother me at all. He doesn't have that dead eye, staring out of nowhere look. It feels like it just kind of flow with whatever direction you put his head in. I don't know. I just get that impression. It doesn't look like he's dead inside, if that makes sense. So the height comparison here with Andrew Garfield, I think they're somewhat about the same size. The helmet that he does have, or I'm gonna call it helmet or mask, that's one thing that kind of bothers me. It might rub off this awesome paint application sculpt here. See what I'm talking about? Like the eyes in here, he doesn't look like he's menacing at all. Like he's kind of scared or something. I don't know. In here, it looks like he's fighting Spider-Man. So it kind of works, honestly. So I can't wait to have this guy with Doc Ock and finally Goblin but we shall see. But I love everything about this figure. He got this lightning effects as well, those electric effects. Here he looks. You tilt the head down. He looks like he's looking upwards. Some some black magic going on in that eyes that normally I wouldn't be a fan of, but in this case, I really do like what happened here. I don't know. Maybe it's being brought up by the overall look of the sculpt because the sculpt is just so good that it just brings everything up. But hey, man, I can't say. Maybe I'm a bit partial here, because I do love No Way Home, but I love everything about this figure outside of maybe the price. But keep in mind, this was announced when the price was kind of jacked up. This was around what, 2022, 2021, where we have Thor: Love and Thunder. If this was announced today, I would assume this would be around maybe 270 ish, because we got somebody like Sabine who has rolling eyeball system with two head sculpts, and you can make an argument that she's a lesser known actor slash character, but it comes with so much more. So I'm just saying in that regards, yes, but you can't argue with the results of this guy. It doesn't matter, man. I mean, it looks great. It really does. I don't know if this is the last time we'll see him. If Garfield is gonna make another movie, is he gonna be in it? But even if he's not, this would be a good addition to your villains. If you have Venom or Carnage, you put him there. Mysterio. I mean, let's be honest here. Spider-Man has an all-star lineup of villain. The only one I would say that would kind of match up is Batman, with his supporting cast of villains that has a name of their own. But this looks great, man. Look at that. I mean, that's not even a flattering pose, but look at that head sculpt right there. He regained his his hairline. He looks jacked. Look at him. What did Doc Ock say? Oh no, it was a lizard. It was like you get a makeover. This is exactly what happened to him. You know what? To be fair, the first Electro from Hot Toys wasn't all that bad. It's actually not bad at all. It has some gimmicks with a light up head and hands. It was brought down because a lot of people didn't like the movie, but this is not the case here. I would say majority of the people loved No Way Home. So there's some people who didn't, but that's okay. But let me know in the comments, as a figure, are you gonna pick this up? How do you think it turned out? Love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.